Hello and welcome to You So You. My name's Zoe and this is my channel about all of the crafty bits and pieces I get up to. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Sew My Style for March and April, and then looking ahead to May's patterns as well. So grab a cup of tea or a snack or whatever takes your fancy and let's get started. Okay, so I didn't have a chance to film about Sew My Style during April, just life really. So I've got both of the items that I've made for Sew My Style to show you today. Obviously if you follow me over on Instagram you will have already seen these. So I am wearing the March Sew My Style make that I'd made for that month. It's also one of my Minerva Makers makes, which means that this is fabric that I was sent by Minerva Maker in return for writing a blog post for them. So keep an eye out for that at a later date. It's going to be later in the year at some point. So this is made out of a double gauze in this lovely mint and blue floral print. And it is the Gelato top and dress pattern. I've opted to do the dress version with the short sleeves, without the buttons down the back, without the peplum, any of that sort of stuff that you get on the top as options. And it is a really comfortable make. If I just stand up to show you a little bit more of the length, and I will obviously insert a photo as well to give you the full view. I'm wearing it with a belt today because there's not a massive amount of shaping in the dress, which makes it really comfortable to wear, but it can be a little shapeless. And it's got pockets, which is always handy. When it's belted, it falls pretty much on my knees, which is a really good length of dress for me. And when it's unbelted, it's a little bit below the knees, which is slightly longer than ideal, but it's okay. It's there. I don't have a problem wearing it unbelted at that length, and it just gives me the flexibility to belt it and unbelt it when I want. And it is actually a little bit of a secret pyjamas. It is that comfortable to wear, partly down to the pattern, and it not being a fitted dress, and partly down to the fabric, which is super soft. So not only is this a Minerva Makers make and a Sew My Style make, but it is also one of my make 9. Oh yes, I've actually made a start on my make 9. We have secret pyjamas. I do have another garment that's also a Minerva make that I think will also be a secret pyjamas outfit, depending on how the fit is once it's made. It's all cut out and ready to sew, just with everybody's schedules being different over the past couple of months with lockdown. I haven't had a chance to sew it up yet, but I think it will be rather comfortable, depending on how much baking I've done between when I cut it out and when I actually get it sewn up. But yeah, anyway, more of that at a later date. The other item that I have to show you for Sew My Style is April's Sew My Style make, which is this lovely top here. Now this is a cropped version of the Nova Raglan sweatshirt. It's actually a full length sweatshirt pattern. It comes with three different neck options. You have a crew neck, a crossover hood and a cowl neck, so I've opted to do the cowl neck. And it also comes with bottom options. There's a waistband, which is the one I've done. There is also a drawstring option for the bottom, and it comes with a patch breast pocket option and a kangaroo pocket option. So there's oodles and oodles and oodles of different versions of this sweatshirt that you could put together. I've made this out of an offcut of this blue lurex, which is left over from an earlier Minerva Makers project actually. Way back when I started doing Minerva Makers, I got this fabric from them, and this is what I had left over. So that's partly why it's cropped. It's also because I did actually want it cropped anyway, but the actual final length was largely dictated by the amount of fabric I had left in my offcut. The lining of this cowl neck is a stretch jersey spandexy type fabric. I don't know exactly what the fibre makeup is, and I never did. It was a Secret Santa gift. I got tons of it. So there will be more of this being made up, because I haven't actually got around to making it up into anything yet. But I think the blue and the red works really well. It's a little bit of an undercover Kryptonian top. I already had quite a bit of wear out of it because it is nice and comfy to wear. It goes with my high-waisted jeans, it goes with my lower jeans, it goes with skirts, it goes over dresses really nicely. So yeah, it's a really wearable sweatshirt at this length, and I'm sure it'll be equally wearable at a longer length, so I can see me making lots more versions, maybe some with hoods, maybe some with a crew neck, probably some with pockets, because pockets. I can't see me doing the drawstring waistband though. I prefer a proper waistband to a drawstring around my middle, but that's just me. You never know, I might change my mind at some point, but there we go. And yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It was a really quick make. I cut it out and sewed it up inside a day. So yeah, it is a really easy make to do. It's what's that, easy? It's uncomplicated. If you have an overlocker, which I don't, then it would be even quicker. I have to finish all of my seams on my domestic sewing machine. I do have an overcast foot, but it does mean I'm sewing all of my seams twice. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. The Raglan isn't very obvious on camera because of the way the fabric works. It's not like I've done contrast, but I could have done a contrast sleeve and body. That's an option I could do at a later date. So yeah, tons of variations of this that you can get going. So yes, really pleased with this. So those are the March and April Sew My Style makes, and looking forward to May, and there's actually 2 t-shirt patterns for May. There's the game day tee, game day shirt, game day something, which is this pattern here. I will probably not be making this one, mainly because I prefer the other pattern. There's nothing wrong with it with this particular pattern. I just think that the other pattern will suit my style better. And the other pattern is a new release by True Bias, and I have made a True Bias pattern before, so I know that the fit will be fairly good for my proportions. And that is the Ringer tee. It's a t-shirt and a dress pattern. I think I probably will make the t-shirt version just because I've got more flexibility then with how I wear it. Although the dress is quite tempting, the t-shirt dress. I just don't know how much wear I'd get out of a t-shirt dress. So the Ringer tee is that typical 50s to 70s, particularly 70s actually, it really makes me think of the 70s, style of t-shirt with the contrast neck and armbands. And I'm going to be making this out of fabric that I've already got in store, so it might be more of this red with white ribbing, or it might be a brown polka dot, because I've got the jersey of that as well, but I am wondering whether that might work better as an over raglan. We will see. The ribbing and the jerseys that I've got, I'm hoping will work quite well. The ribbing is far stiffer than the jerseys that I have. My jerseys are quite soft. So yeah, we'll see how that works. If I can, I would like to not have to buy anything for it. I might order some ribbing, some softer ribbing, but if I can avoid ordering something I will, just because of the delays in delivery at the moment. And I do want to make sure I get it done before the end of May, and we are already on the 11th, so we'll see how that goes. Although to be fair, every month so far for Sew My Style, I have made the project up in the last week of the month. This one I made up the day before reveal day. Nothing like leaving things to the last minute. So yeah, so it'll probably be the Ringer tee for May, but it might be the Ringer dress. But yeah, like I said, I think I'll get more wear out of the Ringer tee. So that's my Sew My Style for March and April, and looking ahead to May. Let me know if you're joining in with Sew My Style. I'd love to see what you guys are making as well. If you're not joining in with Sew My Style, I will put the link down below for the website to sign up. Every month you get 2 discount codes for 2 different patterns, and they send them out twice. They send them out on the 15th of the month for the current month and the next month, and then at the end of the month for the next month. It's great fun and there's no obligation, you can choose which pattern you want to make. So yeah, take a look at Petite Font's website and sign up if you would like to. And so I'm really looking forward to showing you what I make for May and looking ahead into June's patterns. So until then, have a great time, keep yourself safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.